Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Sever here and welcome to today's video in which I'm going to be showing you all the changes that we are going to be getting in Season 6 of Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale. I've seen lots of YouTubers do video about the test servers, but none of them really covered everything in a nice detailed video about BR. I've seen many do it for MP, but BR didn't get enough love in my opinion, so therefore I'm going to be showing it love, not only because no one made a video, but because the test server of Season 6 just feels so nice to play Battle Royale in. It's just amazing. But before we get into today's video, I want to kindly ask you to make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss any other future Call of Duty mobile content. There's lots of it coming really soon after this video as well. And yeah, please hit the like button as well, leave a comment, helps me push this video through the algorithm, it would mean a lot to me. Right, that's it, that out of the way, let's get in the changes we're gonna be getting. First, we're going to be covering the glitches, then the ground loot, then the nerfs, then the new additions, and then the settings. The settings is going to be one of the longest topics, but let's get into it. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with the glitches, and I'm really happy to say that the main glitches that made Call of Duty Mobile BR unplayable have been thankfully fixed and sorted out. Of course, I'm talking about the perspective glitch, or the camera glitch, however you want to call it, that happens when you play third-person perspective in Battle Royale. When you go into a building, your camera just shakes all over the place, even though you're not aiming that way. It is one of the most annoying glitches we ever had, and I'm glad to say that in the test server, it's finally fixed. Another annoying glitch that we got quite a lot and cost me quite a few games is the heal glitch. Thankfully, they fixed that one as well. I haven't had it one single time, and I'm happy to experience that. Another one, which is really good as well, is I have not been experiencing dead slides. What is a dead slide? It is when you try to slide, but your game just crouches you in for no reason, even though you're sprinting, and you should be able to get into this sliding animation. So all these three pain-inducing and headache-causing glitches and bugs have been finally fixed in the Season 6 test servers. Alright, so let's move on to our second point, which is going to be the ground loot. The ground loot of next season is going to be really sweaty and quite interesting. And it's gonna be the following. We're gonna be having as ground loot the Fennec. Yes, you heard me right. The Fennec is gonna be ground loot, so buckle up, boyos. The next one is gonna be the AGR, the PP19, which is always nice and welcome to be seen as ground loot. The HSO, another sweat gun that's gonna be in the ground loot. The Echo is still in the game, unfortunately. No BY, the KRM is not in there anymore. The Outlaw is gonna be ground loot, the SKS, the M4, the DRH, the HBR, the AK-47, AK-117, ICR, M4 LMG, and the Holger. And of course we're going to be able still to find the SMRS from FHJ as always. So those are going to be the ground loot weapons for next season. Alrighty, let's move on to the nerfs that I could notice. The most noticeable nerfs I have seen were the first one, which is quite interesting, is the snowboard nerf. And the snowboard still is pretty drivable and pretty good in snow and sandy terrain, I've noticed, but whenever you get onto green terrain, like for example the parts around farm and launch base, snowboard drives slower, at least it seems like it, on those green terrains. The next nerf that I've noticed is Ninja got hit really hard. Ninja used to be able to have 2 grappling hooks back in the day, or I should say right now in Season 5, with no upgrade and 3 with upgrade chip. But now in the test servers, Ninja only has 1 grappling hook without an upgrade, and it gets upgraded to 2 once you get the upgrade chip. The dead silence is still the same, and you can still grapple onto trees and fly off them. Another change that is pretty welcome, which is a nerf towards the tank HP. I've noticed that the tank HP has been lowered because it can take way less bullets than it used to, and especially cluster grenades destroy it way quicker. If you hit a nice cluster grenade onto the tank, it can kill it with only 1 cluster, and 2 are going to destroy it 100%. So tank players are going to be suffering. Next, let's talk about the new additions that we're going to be getting with Season 6. First off, the first thing you're going to notice once you're going to jump into a game is that there's a new landing animation and a new trail animation. What I mean by that if you jump out of the airplane, you're gonna be having a flare stuck to your leg, so you're gonna be leaving a trail of color. I assume that color trail changes depending on the wingsuit you're using, but what that does is basically making it easier and giving people a good visualization to see where people are flying and gliding towards after the revive flight. And another thing is gonna be the animation. When you land, you basically just like you do a little crouch motion. So another big change that is pretty easy to notice, and I'm gonna make a video on its own because it's a big topic and there is quite a few of those changes, is the map changes. The map in Battle Royale has been tweaked quite a lot. Not only were there lots of mountains that got removed and terrain that got flattened in certain spots, there's also a couple of vehicles and obstacles, like for example broken down tanks or the red tractor at farm that got moved into a little bit different locations. And also few buildings got added here and there, changed and just removed in general from certain locations on maps, so there's going to be a full detailed video talking about that and showing that off. And another new feature are going to be the new scope designs. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be transitioned to our version 2, but as far as I could tell, the scope designs are a little bit extra if you ask me. What I mean by that, you can take a look at them yourself. They're going to be showing you all the scopes for every single optic that you can find on the ground, and that's how they look. And one thing that might be a little bit unnecessary but is more than welcome, and I am so happy about because it is just so extra, is the brand new vehicle. We get basically a sports car that looks like a GTR added to Battle Royale, which is incredibly fast. If you drive on low terrain, that thing goes as fast as the helicopter and it's just a blast to drive around. Plus the passenger can lean out the window and you can make some sick drive-by clips doing just doing that with your friend, just doing drive-bys while someone leans out of the window. I love it, it's really fun, and yeah. Another new thing that got added, besides a cool car, is a cool new class. Of course, I'm talking about the Time Traveler, and it's finally a class that Call of Duty Mobile is gonna add that is not terrible. Yes, I'm talking about you, Spotter and Desperado. I'm sorry to say that, but those two classes are just mediocre at best. Meanwhile, the Time Traveler is going to have huge potential to do 200 IQ plays, and it's just going to be a blast to farm clips with, so get ready, buckle up, you're going to be seeing lots of those time traveling clips once it releases. Another new feature that is pretty nice and neat, but isn't a huge game changer, is the fact that now you can see what type of supplies the supply drop plane carries. Now you can see on the map of the supply plane, it's actually dropping an airdrop or a tank. If it's holding an airdrop, you're going to be seeing the airdrop icon as you can see right now, or if it's carrying a tank, you're going to be seeing a tank icon, so you won't get confused if at the end of the zone you're going to get another airdrop or a tank. And another noticeable thing, which is actually pretty good, is the zone got buffed. The zone now does way more damage and is way stronger than it is in Season 5, so get ready to rotate faster for next season. Alright, with that said and covered, let's move on to the new settings, and boy, we have lots of them. The first setting that we got is the fast scope switch setting, which is actually a pretty good feature, and it might make me start carrying around a tactical or a 3x scope. What the setting basically does is, like in PUBG, you have a dedicated button that you can press, and if you're holding a gun and it doesn't have a sight on it, you can just click it and switch between sights really quickly by just accessing one button. So you can switch between a bunch of different sights and your iron sights. Unfortunately, this feature doesn't work with guns that you get out of the airdrop, so your loadout weapons won't be able to interact with that feature, but it's kind of understanding since you already can modify your gun and put a scope on it if you want. The second new setting we got, which is the most brain-numbing and, I don't know, if I might say so myself, retarded feature. It's the setting that is basically called correct camera from jumping window. And what that setting does, it's basically if you turn it on, you get the camera shake glitch all over again. So if you turn that setting on, you're gonna be experiencing the same aim shift and the same perspective glitch. So I encourage you, unless you wanna go into insanity and yeah, walk onto the train tracks and hug a train at full speed, please keep that off. It's gonna make you go insane. It's terrible. I don't know why they decided to make that into a feature. Like I said, it's brain numbing, but I'm happy that we can turn it off and live normally. Another feature that got added into the settings is the slide hint feature, which is a setting that if you turn it on, basically your slide button, which is the crouch button, once you run, it shows you and indicates you that you can slide. It's good for noobs, but all it does, it's a visual indicator that shows you when you can slide and when you can. So it's going to be good for noobs, but for more veteran and seasoned players, this is just nothing we should be worrying about or paying too much attention to. Another feature which is quite exciting, I've been asking for quite a while, is there is now an option to turn on and off auto expand wingsuit, which basically That's as it says. It automatically opens the wingsuit for you. But in the test server, this feature is a little bit glitchy because sometimes you jump off buildings or even high places and the wingsuit doesn't open if you have an auto on. But I love to turn it off because sometimes I jump after somebody, I want to shoot him in the air and open my wingsuit later. But if you turn it off, how it works, your jump button, once you're in the air, changes into a wingsuit button. So once you press the jump button, your wingsuit opens, and it's really handy, and I quite enjoy this new setting. And yeah, I'm happy that they added that. Another option in the settings we got is the weapon special effects, which is good for people with lower end devices. What this setting basically does is you can turn off the effects and muzzle flash of mythic and legendary guns, and as well the kill effects of them. So if you have a lower end device or a budget device and your game lags, or you don't have any of those legis, and yeah, you just don't want to see anyone flex on you, you can turn it off. Another really huge thing they did, they finally expanded and added an FOV slider for third person. So they expanded the FOV slider, which is basically your field of view, in the first person up to 90, which it was I think earlier 75 or 80 the max. And on third person you can put it up to 80, which is insane. You can see so much more once you turn it up, and it is a very welcome change and I enjoy it quite a bit. Another new setting we got, which is quite big actually, is there is a sound reminder and also a HUD sound reminder setting, which those settings basically do, they allow you to change how you get your notifications on your minimap of footsteps and gunshots. And as well, one of them allows you to get reminders on your screen showing the direction of where the footsteps and the gunshots are coming. So it's a very nice visual cue that you guys can use in order to have an easier time on locating enemies' footsteps and gunshots. Besides that, we've got a crap ton of new graphic settings, which you can see over here. If you go under your graphics, there is so much new things to turn on and off and just play around with. Me personally, I'm probably gonna play on medium graphics as always. I played in this gameplay and all the clips you can see in the video on high graphics, but I didn't get as smooth as an experience as I would when I would play on medium. But yeah, those changes are welcome, and maybe if the game gets a little bit more optimized and I can afford to play on high graphics while having the same FPS rate like on medium, I will switch over for sure. And another new effect which is quite interesting, and I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna be coming to us to the global version and season 6, but I'm talking about the new effects setting. So basically what it allows you to do, it allows you to customize when you get hit, what color the little hit indicator is, and also what color and what type of hit indicator to get on the enemy. Like for example, normally we just get blood, but over here we have a bunch of different changes and we can change the color of it as well, which is quite interesting. And with that out of the way, we have two major features which are not directly BR related but are more than welcome. You can share your sensitivities now with your friends with codes, which is going to be pretty awesome. So if you want to play around with your sensitivity, or just see a YouTuber that has a sensitivity that's really high and you're like, hey, I want to try that out, maybe switch later back to mine. You make your own code, you put in the code of your content creator that you're watching, and bam, you have the sensitivity without having to adjust it for what, 3-5 minutes, which is pretty neat. Another thing that's pretty awesome as well is that you can have more than one HUD now. So basically, as far as I can see in the test server, you can only have 2 types of HUDs, but I'm pretty sure they will increase that eventually. But yeah, you now can stick not to only one HUD, but you can save another one and just swap around a couple of things and just test around more stuff, which is pretty nice and welcome as well. And yeah, they tweaked the diamond camo too, so diamond weapons look now way nicer, making the attachments including scopes, barrels, silencers and grips golden, just fitting in the diamond theme way better and looking way cooler. But yeah, that's been everything, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. It took me quite a bit of time of editing all of that, and yeah, I recorded like probably for 3 hours all the footage so I can get like nice little clips cut together, made a nice little voiceover with pinpoints. And Dude, there was lots of time and effort put into this video, so I hope you enjoyed this video you just watched. If I missed any information or you think that there is something else I should tackle, please make sure to leave in the comment section down below. I will try to make another video if I missed out anything major. That's the end out of the way. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new around here. It's free and that's a great prize. And yeah, new content is going to be coming really soon after that. I want to make a nice little video about the new car since it's so fun to drive around. And the new shorty is coming as well, so lots of content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it out. With that said and that out of the way, I wish every single one of you a beautiful day and hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bro, what the fuck?
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.